Roll call, Mayor. Commissioner Sykes,
Here.
Commissioner Harris,
Here.
Commissioner Earl,
Here.
Commissioner Downing. Here. Mayor Payton,
Present.
City Clerk's present, Police,
Here.
Fire,
Here.
Public Works,
Here.
and City Attorney.
Present.
I'm not sure who's gonna do the prayer, but I asked that whoever does the prayer, please keep in mind, Eddie Bright,
Yes.
fireman.
Let's bow our heads, please. God, thanks for this special day in our lives. Thanks for the countless blessings you continue to bestow upon us, as undeserved as we are. We have special prayer to be with one of our own fallen ones, be with Eddie Bright and his family, Lord. Please make this time pass quickly for them and restore joy back to their heart. God, we ask that you empower each of us with wisdom to lead God in our cities. May we direct it in a way that would please you and please the people we serve, Lord. In Christ's name we humbly ask these things. Amen.
Salute. Pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor, last week I passed out the minutes for August 21st and August 25th. At this time, I would like to get permission to approve those minutes.
Does everyone have enough time to review the minutes for the previous meeting? Yes. May I have a motion?
So move.
Second.
We move and properly second, all in favor, use the voting sign of aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, and the motion is carried.
Department head comments. What is it? Somebody needs one?
Got it. Over here.
All right, City Clerk, I have no business at this time. Please.
Yes, Mayor, Board of Commissioners, since our last meeting, Clarksdale PD has answered 427 service calls, made 28 arrests, wrote 38 citations, and worked 15 accidents.
Fire.
Good afternoon. Since last board meeting, we have had one house fire, one building fire, one car accident, one false alarm, one stove fire, one gas leak. And also we have been participating in drills throughout the city. And we also lost a fire fire this weekend, investigator Captain Eddie Bright. Thank you.
Public Works.
Good afternoon, everyone. Last few weeks, Public Works Department's been working at our landfill, still trying to get it covered. We worked on some drainage issues. We've had festival cleanup. Removed 2 trees that were cut by city contractors. Code enforcement has had 2 court cases, issued 4 warnings. Building inspector performed 23 inspections. Cutting grass in all 4 wards. We're starting to cut grass on the riverbank. And our knuckle boom trucks, we're having some minor issues with those, but we're hoping to have them back up running in the morning.
Personnel.
Good afternoon. The city is accepting applications for the following positions: heavy mechanic, director of public works, prosecutor, city attorney, city clerk, fire chief, public defender, municipal judge pro tem, police chief, and the city continues to accept applications for police and fire. CDL drivers are encouraged to apply, and you may apply at the Wynn Job Center. Thank you.
Grant writer.
Good afternoon. Since we last met, the applications that were returned to the city for the Communities Unlimited Housing Repair Grant were picked up. Additionally, I have been in communications with Communities Unlimited to try to secure additional funding for that grant or for a similar grant so that we can facilitate the repair of more houses. We do not yet have an answer on that, but I have also filed a letter of intent with the National Endowment for Humanities for a grant for new historical markers in the city of Clarksdale.
City Attorney.
Good afternoon. Tomorrow at 3:00 p.m. at the Board of Supervisors room in the courthouse, we will have a planning commission meeting. On the agenda for that meeting is discussion of revising the city's zoning ordinance.
All right, Commissioner comments, Ward 1.
Madam Clerk, no comments at this time.
All right, Ward 2,
No comments, ma'am.
Ward 3,
I'd like to speak on the matter in reference to the notice I received in my box from the city architecture and city engineer in reference to Lizzie Road. I see that that the city itself, we adopted this. We annexed this road into the city, and to be able to pave the road as is, it would cost the city $55,000. But to completely do everything that's in regulation of city codes, it would cost $375,000. I also made contact with the county road department supervisor, Fernando B., and he stated that that road is in pretty bad condition. So, Madam Clerk, do the city receive any funds from the state in reference to infrastructure or to repair city streets?
well, part of your general fund budget is road department funds. But that takes care of, all the potholes, fixes, cuts that we have to do. It's not a lot of money. I wanna say it's about 175,000,
Okay. And
but that
another,
all is part of your general fund revenue that you receive.
and I also see that he stated that perhaps graveling it and just repaving it periodically would pretty much be the best thing that they could do as of right now. But my question is, how can we maintain that road periodically when we can't even maintain some of the roads that we have in the city that's already public road? Clearly, from the 800 block to the 900 block of School Street, that road is in pretty bad shape. You have potholes everywhere, and it can come back and bite us in the butt for litigation purposes if someone were to damage their vehicle. So I would like for the city grant writer to perhaps look into some grants for infrastructure so that we can be able to assess some of these issues. But I say that to say this, I'm not satisfied with just graveling Lazy Road. We need to pave that road simply because the citizens pay taxes, and that's not going to quiet me from allowing my citizens to settle for bare minimum. I'm not pleased with that. So we need to do whatever we have to do to be able to ensure that those citizens can access their road without having to cause damage to their vehicle. So I would like for you all to put your heads together and come up with a solution. I have no further comments.
Ward 4,
John 8:32 says you should know the truth and the truth shall set you free. The truth is, most of us are new at what we're doing. And you know, when you're new at something, it takes a little privileged time for you to learn a lot of things. But what we're trying to let everybody know is that what we want is what is best for Clarksdale, the whole Clarksdale, making it clean, providing jobs, bringing new opportunities, finding things for our young people to do and our old people, gaining grants when we can. There's a lot of things that we want for Clarksdale. One of the major things that we want is we want a cleaner Clarksdale. And that is gonna take the whole city. As I walk in the afternoon, I see how filthy our city is, and pop bottles and cans and beer bottles and cans and paper. And somebody is putting it there. So we need to make an adamant effort when we see people doing things to say something. When we see something, say something. And as John Lewis said, we gotta get in some good trouble sometimes. And we've got to make sure that we're out of the best interest of our city. Yes, sir, ma'am?
Commissioner, did you want to go further into the city cleanup part where you were talking about the plan from, the SMART plan.
I will when we get to it. Is that okay?
It's in there, it's next.
Okay. One of the things that we've been working on, Mr. Wheatley is in the back, and at our last board meeting, he presented us with a plethora of material that is very important in cleaning up our city. And one of the things that he also gave us an outlet for is a SMART plan that we could go through and set up what we needed done, how fast we needed it being done, to help us to rectify some of this blight that we have in Clarksdale. I would like the permission of the board and the mayor for us to work with Mr. Wheatley hands-on as a consultant for him to help us to develop an action plan, for us to publish that action plan on Facebook, in the newspaper, send it out through the snail mail, whatever measures we need to get everybody on board. Because if everybody's saying the same thing, that they want to clean up Clarksdale, that means that everybody will have to be a part of it. And when everybody's a part of it, that means everybody's informed. We need additional garbage throughout the city, large and small, for us to start putting garbage in them. Because when we do that, then we'll be able to see a difference. And I know that we can do it. So this is what I'm asking, that we can work hands-on with Mr. Wheatley. He has already helped us to develop a plan. He came before the city in October of 2024 and shared it. And he also came with before us the last meeting. And it is some very good information, and it is very detailed. And if we work with the plan, then I think the plan will work for us.
Any further comments?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, Mayor?
Yes. So I have, we have a presentation from Clarksdale Press Registry for the Law Enforcement Officer of the Year. And I want to make that presentation right now. Okay. All right. So this year's Law Enforcement Officer of the Year is none other than our Chief of Police, is Vincent Ramirez. And he's being named at for Clarksville Best 2025.
Right, Chief.
Good job, Greg.
You will. There's Chief Ramirez, Clarksville's Best Officer of the Year for everybody watching.
All right. Ready to move on?
Yes.
All right. Community comments, Cassandra Banks. Not present. Kendra Morse. Kendra Morse. She was requesting 533 Grant Place to be blocked off on October the 18th from 3 to 8:30 p.m. for a birthday celebration of a loved one that has passed. Have y'all looked at it? Police, fire. I'll give you her name. Charles Hale.
Good afternoon to the mayor and board of commission. How's everyone doing? And congratulations, Chief. Well deserved.
Thank
I am here today to do a small presentation. I may ask to open up questions for improving emergency services through central dispatch integration. And to give just a small brief, I know you all received the manual earlier. I hope you had the opportunity to look through it and read it. And I'd just like to take on some questions if you have questions for me. And just, you know, what we're looking at, the challenges that we have and the advantages that we can take place of, or that we can come together as. So I'd just like to take your questions at this time and what are your thoughts on it?
I went through the information that was provided to us, in agreements with it. I'm ready to move forward, you know, what we need to do. If the council have any questions?
I think it's a good idea. I appreciate the proposal. Being on your side of the house at one time, I think it'll benefit us all and it's gonna move us forward. I know how time consuming that can be from the dispatchers out to the officers, and time is crucial. And it can save a life or it can either cause a life.
Thank you.
So I appreciate the proposal that you're doing and I like it.
Thank you.
I think it's a great thing. I think centralizing everything is a great thing. Of course, I don't know the ins and outs, but I know centralizing things is a great thing.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. I think it's a great idea.
Yes, sir. And then, like I say, the most important thing is that we're going to be combining resources and versus now saving a little money. Once we get it going, we'll be able to save some money versus, you know, paying for two systems, two different training. We just come together as one. And so more to follow once I get with Board of Supervisors and of course the mayor, you and our leadership, you all will be talking. And then now we're starting getting to the point where we can build with the figures and go forward. So we just create some meetings and we just go forward with that.
That was my question, the timeline. What kind of timeline?
Well, first what I want to do is I want to do things in proper order. I want to talk with your chief and I want to come before you all to make sure everything was good. And then now we can actually start the process. Any questions? So thank you all. Have a blessed day and thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Homer Braylock. Just so the board knows, I've passed out information on insurance proposals that I've obtained. And I'll give Mr. Braylock a copy of it as well.
I'd like to say good evening to the mayor, commissioners, city of Clarksdale. I'd like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to come back for a second meeting with the board. The last meeting we had with the board, we had individuals from the Blue Cross Blue Shield Home Office here, which they provided information in regard to the Health Unit Wellness benefit. That's something that we think the city should go, you know, full force, like 120% going forward. That way we can help the employees to maintain their health. I think that is very, very important, and also will help control your premiums. On the last meeting, we passed out the KPI report. If you see how this report, I think it's something that you can hold on to. It's something that you can look at later. And these are things that are actually for help the city. This here will show why rates are what they are. We, in the last 12 months, I think we worked kind of diligently, you know, trying to do the Health of You, trying to encourage employees to have that done. And we want to continue to do that. And because if we can do that, then the city will be much healthier and we all will live longer. And by me saying that, I would like to give my condolences out to Fireman Wright and, you know, his family and the city of Clarksdale. And like Kathy stated earlier, she has some rates that she had passed out to you. You also passed some out earlier. So at this point in time, again, I'd like to thank the board for giving us the opportunity to, you know, give you these numbers and premiums. And we would like to go forward in 2025. providing the city of Clarksville needed for health insurance for their employees. Currently you have a $1,000 deductible Blue Cross Blue Shield, and that includes your Med Plus plan and Blue Cross. And also we have a proposal where you can bump that deductible up to $1,500. That's including Blue Cross Blue Shield and Med Plus. And those particular rates, I'll let the board decide on which rate will be best for the city going forward, financial wise. As you can see here, the $1,500 deductible for an employee only is $550.47 per employee, and the $1,000 deductible, including Blue Cross Blue Shield Med Plus, would be $560.25. So that's what we have to present to the board tonight. And if you have any questions, anything about your benefits, feel free to ask, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions.
Mr. Braylock, I just have one question. I noticed that in both the $1,000 deductible and the $1,500 deductible, the out of pocket max stays the same. How is that possible?
Okay, let me look at that. Okay, the out of pocket, we use the Med Plus. The Med Plus is like a gap plan. And with the gap plan, Blue Cross Blue Shield have an out of pocket, and the Med Plus have a set out of pocket that they will put forward, that they will pay towards your benefit. And that out of pocket $2,410.
All right, but if we increase the deductible, we have to pay by $500. Then how is this still capped at this? Is that so? Out of pocket max usually means how much I have to pay out as a rate user. How much I will be forced to pay that year plus my deductible, or
yes,
after my deductible.
Okay, out of pocket, you have a $5,000 deductible Blue Cross Blue Shield, and you have the out of pocket max that the Med Plus will pay. Okay, with that being said, when you go and use your Blue Cross Blue Shield, you also use your Med Plus ID card, and when you do that, it'll be a doctor visit or either hospital visit. All of those co-pays and co-insurance, they go towards that out of pocket. And whenever you reach out of pocket, then the insurance company will pay 100% there during that calendar year.
But it'll stay, so either way, whether the $1,000 deductible or $1,500,
yes,
it'll still reach that out of pocket will be the same.
Right.
Okay.
Is that all you had? Was that all you had?
Yes.
And that being said, we did get another proposal in. It's a different type of plan. It's Blue Cross Blue Shield, and it's includes a difference card. And the way it works is it's like they give you like a MasterCard, and the first $3,000 is on them. It's part of the plan. And so you would take it every time you go to the doctor. So instead of that $30 copay that you're paying up front, you're charging it against that $3,000 on that MasterCard. It also, your drugs, when you go to the store to pay for your drugs, then you would use that card to pay for your drugs. Once you hit the $3,000, then the deductible kicks in, which again is still like the $5,000 with Blue Cross Blue Shield. This different company that they have using the card you would have to pick up the first $2,000, and then anything over that it would be the 80/20. So out of pocket comes to $3,050, which is a little bit more than theirs, $2,410, and the cost of it is you'll see on the sheet that I passed out. It's a single page. Down at the bottom, annually, it's $794,000 versus their proposal. The $1,000 deductible is $779,000, and the $1,500 deductible is $766,000. So I guess pretty much it's kind of like, with their plan that, you're paying for it up front, and with this other plan, they're paying for it up front up to the $3,000. There is, as part of that plan, there is a possibility if you do not, meet the full $3,000 that is spent by each employee, then you are entitled to get that money back at the end of the year. They'd figure out how much was spent out of it, and then you would be refunded that amount of money.
The city would.
The city would, not the employee, yes. Because the city's paying for it. So, we have three options. We have the Blue Cross Blue Shield Med Plus, and if y'all got anything you need to add, you can. For the $779,868, you have the Blue Cross Blue Shield, $1,500 deductible for $766,254. And then you have Blue Cross Blue Shield with the difference card of $794,011. And in the budget, I did put in there $560 for each employee.
And we do have to state for the medicine on the difference card, everything is done with the insurance price. It is not the full price of the medicine, it's after insurance is applied. So that's why it pays co-pays. And so if you have prescription, you do have prescription, it would cost $10 at certain places as opposed to maybe a full $50 charge. So you're still paying co-pays with the first $3,000 on the difference card.
Which you still have the RX tiers down here, 10, 25, 50, 100.
So are we going to make the decision today as to which one we're going to select?
So a decision has to be made today because either company has to have this in effect, or the information to the carrier by the 15th of the month, in order for us to have the October 1 date, effective date. So we are on a crunch deadline.
The mobile health, is that
It is
applicable
included.
for all
Blue
three?
Cross Blue Shield does that for anybody and everybody. The wellness is part of it, yes.
I'll be the first to say.
Who are we with now?
We have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and then we have the GAP plan as well.
Which is a standard plan. There's no risk involved. You go to the doctor, you have co-pays. You get a prescription, you have co-pays. The last, 3 or 4 years, everything, no employees have had any problem, no complaint about doctor visits, prescriptions, or getting any claims paid. So I think everything is moving along very, very smoothly. And for the rates and things of that nature, we are able to control rates. We did it this year, and we know going into next year, there'll probably be some claims. We do the same thing to control rates to keep the rates lower. So no one will have any problems with no type of transaction to another claim.
And your insurance card, they make sure when we receive our insurance card that they have both companies listed on there.
Yes.
So it has Blue Cross Blue Shield on there, and it has the name of the company that handles the GAP.
Right.
So all the information that the doctor or the pharmacy needs to know is on that card.
Right. And the GAP, they claims are filed, they pay, in a very, very timely manner. And no one have had any problems whatsoever. Period. Zero problem.
I'll stay where we are.
I move that we,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I move that we go with Blue Cross Blue Shield with Med Plus, the same people we are with now.
So the question would be, do you want the $1,000 deductible or the $1,500 deductible? So you see your rates down at the bottom.
There's like roughly $10 difference than $500 deductible.
Per employee, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't go with the
So then you're gonna make a motion to accept the proposal of Blue Cross Blue Shield Med Plus $1,500 deductible. Is that correct?
So moved.
Second. Move properly second. All in favor, use both sides of the aye.
Aye.
Opposers? Ayes have it, motion is carried.
To the board, the commissioners, the city of Stockdale, we appreciate everything, and we'll continue to do what we have been doing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank y'all so much.
Are you ready?
Good afternoon. I was gonna say good afternoon to Mayor and the Board of Commissioners of Clarksville, but we don't have the mayor here with us right now. So.
He said he'll be right back, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon to everyone. I am Ben Baltimore. I had Ms. Clark pass out a handout with the presentation that I prepared, but I didn't know that I was limited to 3 minutes. So if you guys could just take a look over the presentation in your free time, that would be fine. And I'll go ahead with my proposition. So I'm Ben Baltimore, a managing partner at Baltimore Properties. We started my company to revitalize, to address the blight in Clarksdale and kind of revitalize our neighborhoods and provide access to quality and affordable housing. Along the way, we quickly recognized another need in our community, and that was for cleaner, safer, and better maintained public buildings, which is why I launched my facilities management arm, where we provide construction, maintenance, and cleaning services for a lot of organizations in and around town. To date, we've worked with Head Start, their facilities, the Clarksdale Municipal School District, as well as Coahoma Opportunity Incorporated headquarters, just to name a few. And our mission is simple. We don't just build homes. We don't just rehab bathrooms. I'm sure the new administration would appreciate this one. We are not just limited to cleaning commercial floors and buildings, but we build communities. And today, I want to show you why partnering with a facilities management firm like mine is a smarter, more cost-effective approach than hiring a director of public buildings. So from a cost savings and efficiency perspective, with the director, the city takes on a salary, of course, healthcare, like those guys were just selling, retirement, overtime, and paid leave. However, with the facilities management program contract, there's no benefits burden to the city. Instead, you get a fixed monthly fee. You only pay for services that are actually performed. So this means lower costs to the city, predictable budgeting, and complete flexibility. My company could provide proactive oversight and expertise. So our approach is proactive and not reactive. We schedule regular maintenance inspections, preventative maintenance. We have standardized processes that in hand extend the life of public assets. Instead of relying on one hire, with my firm, you gain an entire team. So we have credentialed HVAC guys, plumbing, project management, you name it, all working under one clear chain of command. So the city wouldn't necessarily be speaking with 7 or 8 different subcontractors. You'll be speaking with me and all of those guys working under me. From a safety and compliance and technology perspective, we put safety first. So we have audits, compliance reviews, and trainings with the staff. And at the same time, we're bringing modern systems to the city. So we have digital work order platforms, real-time asset tracking, and predictive technologies that keep the city ahead of problems and not behind them. So this gives you transparency, faster response time, and smarter budget planning. The result in partnering with Baltimore Properties is simple. Lower fixed costs, safer and more reliable buildings, and a flexible approach to building maintenance. Baltimore Properties is proud to already be serving this city, and we're looking forward to expanding our partnerships in the area and benefiting every resident of Clarksville. I thank you guys for your time, and if you have any questions, I'm available.
Would this be a change in cost of what it currently is, or?
So actually, there was a public buildings director a job posted. Currently, that job doesn't exist for the city. So before the city comes and peels out more money, commits to a new salary, commits to new healthcare benefits, I'm trying to come in and save the city before you guys commit to those new costs.
Have you made a financial proposal yet?
I haven't made a financial proposal. No, sir.
When will that come, sir?
Once I kind of get the city's appetite for my services.
So we did take out of the budget the public buildings director.
So we just feel the motion take us under advisement?
What was
The salary was set at 50.
cause at 50 with, benefits.
Looks like 8.
Yeah, it's gonna go up there.
Why don't we just get a motion, take this under advisement until we get figures in and then look at it then and bring it back up?
Mr. Baltimore, you willing to get the figures to us?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Actually, there's a sample pricing model in the document you guys have.
4,750 for monthly fee and the annual cost of $57,000.
What was his current figure? Go ahead, Mr. Miller.
Just first, you said team, so about how many would be on your team?
Well, that's the unique part about us. We're able to scale up or down to the city's needs. So if you guys need HVAC professionals this week, plumbing professionals next week, they're not on a full-time staff. They're only going to be used on a project basis.
All right, and then also, we read here in your sample pricing that you have preventative maintenance services, but that's billed per service at unit rates, and is that over and above the fixed monthly cost?
Yes, sir. So those are specific service orders. Like for example, you guys may want someone to come in and clean the carpets in all of the buildings. We could contract that job. We can get that job completed. However, it won't go into the salary of the contract price. It'll be in addition to what you guys are already paying.
Ma'am,
Are you insured, Mr. Baltimore? Are you insured?
Yes, ma'am.
so that'd be an additional cost to us for any of the extra things.
Well, currently, under the proposed, the public buildings director, for example, if there was an HVAC failure at City Hall, the public buildings director would connect with an HVAC technician to come perform the task, and the city would still pay the HVAC guy. So that's the same proposition we have.
Is that true, Madam Clerk? Because I think we still have, are we under,
We're under a maintenance agreement with HVACs, yes.
okay. I just wanted to, I thought we already had that service contract. That's why I want to make sure the board is informed about. With HVAC.
With Carrier, that's correct.
Are we still under contract with them?
Yes.
Wow.
That's, I think that was a 5-year contract.
How much time we have left on this? Long time? Long time. Thank you.
Yeah, the only thing, like I said, the 50,000 plus the fringes was in the budget, but is no longer in the budget. We did take that out of the budget. Even if you take it under advisement, then it is something that you have to consider putting back in the budget today. Today's the day, the final day of the hearing. Next week.
Is the old contract under our budget now? The one we're currently under?
For the air conditioning,
For all of
yes, all of that is still.
So it's already in place on the old contract?
Correct. Any maintenance that you have on any of our buildings are still in place, and they are part of the budget,
So nothing has to be done to that?
as far as that goes.
And just let me make it clear, the reason we have contracts on all of those items, because Carrier, they're providers of the actual equipment. So that's why we have contracts directly with them, because they installed it as well. So just want to make that clear. There's not an outside service company, that is the company that put it in.
The service contracts are additional funds anyway. whenever with Carrier or with, we have a big old printer. And we have an additional maintenance contract that costs X amount of dollars. So even if whoever we're with, there's still a price to the service contract. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay.
So, we had it in the budget, we took it out of the budget. How was the building being maintained before we put it in the budget? And we decided that we needed it. And now we took it out. What is it costing us now to maintain the buildings?
So our buildings are maintained with Craig and myself. So if there's anything that needs to be looked at, done, handled, we make the phone calls. So like last week, we had, the plumbing problems outside City Hall. And so we called the plumber and had them come out and look at it and fix it. Most of the time at City Hall, I'll make the phone calls. Craig pretty well handles a lot of the problems at, the City Auditorium. Of course, you know, at the City Auditorium, we're having to redo all those pipes, which brought on a couple of other extra problems. as
We
far
already
as
took a
the
bid
sewer
for
lines.
that, didn't we?
Huh?
We already accepted a bid for that, didn't we?
Yes. Yes.
So is it that,
Quotes on that should be almost through. I think it is done.
Yes, the first section is, now we're having sewer issues.
so are we looking at that, we need somebody independent to take care of that for some of the reasons, some of the reasons that it was straining you to, or when we first put it in the budget, the reason behind putting it in the budget?
Well, the reason behind putting it in the budget was we wanted to bring, the building was not being cleaned, number one, to my satisfaction. And other commissions, and we looked through thoroughly up and down, and so I'm like, we need someone taking care of the facility.
So if we take it into advisement, can we amend the budget after we approve the budget?
Yes.
That's just stuff.
You can amend the budget, but you have to find where the money's coming from.
Which would be no different if we did today. We gotta
Yeah.
find where the money's coming from.
Pretty much,
Yes.
yes.
It's not a difference. Do we have any more questions for Mr. Banks?
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you. Nancy Cosman.
Hey, thank y'all so much for working me in. I appreciate it. I'm Nancy Cosman, and I've been working with musicians here off and on since, the early 90s. And every few years, I put on a little festival called the Exile on Sunflower Street Festival at the gazebo on Sunflower Street. And I wanted to ask the council's permission to please use it to do that festival again on Sunday, October the 5th in the afternoon. It's not going to be like a close down the streets thing or anything. It's going to kind of be, we're going to have an open mic and probably just play some tapes, get some food together, invite the musicians, and, kind of just, it's going to be kind of a musician appreciation thing, but we aren't going to have them play because Lord knows Clarksdale's musicians have been working really hard this year. And so I would hope that this would be okay with the city. I really don't need any city services to do this. But this is where we've had the festival before. We're also going to remember I don't know, I feel so much older than everybody here pretty much. But I don't know how many folks remember when Jim had the store at the Stack House, the cream boat. And so we're kind of going to do it as a Stack House reunion and invite some of the people who are involved in there this year. I guess it's kind of going back to the olden days. I don't know.
So she's asking for permission to use the gazebo.
Right, and like I said, I appreciate y'all working me
I'll
in.
make a motion to let her do this, please.
Proper second.
Ready to vote?
Ready?
All in favor, use vote sign of aye.
Aye.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you for doing this for our city.
Yeah, I hope y'all will be able to drop by.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay.
We had carryover business from the school board requesting to demolish and remove a trailer that was located at George H. Oliver Elementary School.
It's a double wide trailer and it appears to be in good condition. There's a cyclone fence that you've got to go through to get the trailer. So we're gonna have to take if we take the task, we're gonna have to take the fence down in order to pull the trailer out. But bottom is in and it's in good condition, but it's double wide. It's not a single wide trailer.
Is there any salvage value?
Yeah, it looks good.
And they're just wanting to dispose of it?
Why would you dispose of something that's good?
I think they don't use it anymore. And as a result, a lot of schools are going away from those trailers. So
So they just want it off their property.
yeah, the windows are in, the doors, you know. And like I said, it's fenced up, so nobody's getting in.
If we take the fence down, we have to put the fence back up.
More than likely. But it's in good condition. And it's, like I said, double wide.
Anybody want to buy a used double wide?
They're giving it away.
We probably can run ahead and do something and sell it.
It's not us,
So,
that's
so
the school.
so the school would have.
So they reap the money? Are they giving it to us to sell and salvage? It's gonna be ours? Or they just want us to move it at our expense?
Move it at our expense.
That seems kind of foolish.
It's a trailer demolish and removal. So
We get nothing from that. Doesn't sound very smart move.
What school is this? City school?
George H. Oliver.
They buy with taxpayer funds?
I'm sure.
That ain't very intelligent. I'm gonna tell y'all now. We gonna do everything at our expense and get nothing for it.
Well, I'm
Could always tell the school.
Move that we table it.
Second.
Yeah.
Move the proper second that we table, all in favor, use the same sign.
Aye.
That's it, motion is carried.
Took care of that double wide.
Alright, I need authorization for the city to revise the Title VI non-discrimination agreement to add the mayor's name to the policy and authorize the mayor to execute.
So move.
Motion.
So move.
I second it right here.
Moving properly second, all in favor, use the sign of aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion is carried.
Authorization for the city clerk to attend the fall municipal clerk conference in Cleveland.
That's me, so moved.
Second. Moving properly second, all in favor, use the sign of aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion is carried.
Permission for the city clerk to process August accounts payables.
Have a motion?
Eddie.
So moved.
Second.
Moving properly second, all in favor, use both sign of aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carried.
Permission for the city clerk to reimburse August incidental expense.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moving properly second, all in favor, use both sign of aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion is carried.
Permission to pay miscellaneous claims.
So move.
Second.
It's been moving properly second, all in favor, use both sign of aye. Ayes have it, motion is carried.
Permission for the city clerk to reimburse the debit card account in the amount of $85.58.
So moved.
Second. Moving properly second, all in favor, use both sign of aye. Ayes have it, motion is carried.
Would like to reappoint Curtis Kemp to the Park Commission.
Eddie. Eddie, Joe.
So moved. Moving properly second, all in favor, use both sign of aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion is carried.
Election Commission appointment.
We have the list for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Brenda Brown. Jennifer Ringo. And James Buckley
Well, where are these names come
from us.
from? Who's us? I had never seen them.
Brenda Brown, Jennifer Ringo, and James Buckley.
And you'll get the address and phone numbers.
I've never heard anything about those. Nobody asked me. Nothing unusual.
Did you hear what I said? And get me, phone numbers and addresses for
Yes,
them?
ma'am.
All right, so then I would need a motion.
So moved.
Second,
It's been moved and properly second that, election commission appointments would be Jennifer Ringo, Brenda Brown, and James Buckley. All in favor, use the voting sign of aye.
aye.
Opposers? Ayes have it, and the motion is carried.
You're the only one that voted no, right? Everybody else voted aye?
Yes, I did.
We did.
What time is it? 4:50. Okay, I'm skipping the next item. Public Works,
I didn't vote
I got you down as
aye.
no.
Okay, very good.
Quotes for the landfill. Would like to accept T&C Cassidy Excavation, $73,000.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Moved and properly second. All in favor, use the voting sign of aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, and the motion is carried.
All right, we received bids on the sidewalk for the Sunflower Avenue. This is a grant that the city has obtained from MDOT. We'd like to accept the bid of Kenneth R. Thompson Jr. in the amount of $911,691.19.
Okay. This is a grant that we received from MDOT through their Transportation Alternatives Program to put in a sidewalk along Sunflower on the west side of the street from Martin Luther King to State Street. We received $726,984 from MDOT in this funding. The previous board committed $181,746 in matching funds from the ARPA grant to match that grant for a total of $908,730,000 in grant funds that have either been set aside or allocated to the city for this grant. We did receive 3 bids through the standard procurement process, and the lowest came in at $911,691.19. Are there any questions that I can answer more specifically about this?
No, I just like to make some comments.
Yes, ma'am.
That is such a tedious process. I've gone through there. You got to move all those light poles, all those, the fire hydrants. In one area right there in front of that hotel, I got out. There's not even any place there for.
That's right. And so there will be a curb extension at that point. So it is in the plans that it will veer out a bit. And that is partially why this cost is so high, is because it does include those utility, any utility realignment that needs to be done, that curb moving in front of the Riverside Hotel, which will actually make it safer because they do, when it is operational, people sit there. So this will give them a safety buffer as well, so they are not sitting so close to passing cars as well.
So will that still maintain the maximum footage for the street?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So moved.
Second. Moved and properly second. All in favor, use the voting sign of aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, and the motion is carried.
And then I need authorization for the grant writer to apply for the National Endowment for the Humanities grant. She mentioned this one earlier.
But Marcus.
Yes.
Hey. So moved.
Second,
Been moved and properly second. All in favor, use the voting sign of aye.
aye.
Ayes have it, and the motion is carried.
Would like to adopt an ordinance creating the new rate for the municipal services. This would be garbage, street cleaning, litter control, trash.
What will that rate be based on?
So this is based on the current, it's based on a couple of things, the increase in the garbage contract. So it had an automatic riser in the Republic contract we're under. And this also covers
what's happening, I believe landfill comes under this, no, not landfill, I'm sorry, not landfill. But it also covers, street department, what we expect in the street department.
Well, it covers
Litter control,
street sweeping,
Litter control.
litter control, street sweeping, the trash and the garbage. So you have Republic fees that come out of this, and then you'll have the, knuckle booms that come in and pick up the trash.
So I would ask, can you separate it for me in terms of how much went to the trash or how much the citizens would be paying?
so the increase is $6.80.
$6.80.
$6.80 per can,
It's the increase
that's the increase. $6.80 per can.
for
So did the
garbage.
city give an increase? Do we get an increase from the city? That's per can, right?
Yes, per can.
Help me out. The can represent the cans that our, what's the name of the company that picks up? the
Republic.
The Republic picks up. So we didn't give an increase, Republic gave an increase.
Right.
Republic
Yes.
gave the increase, yes.
So this means we're going with Republic? Or
No, this
still
means-
taking bids?
We're still taking bids, but this means we have to, because it's, before we get bids in, it will already be in place.
Okay.
And so, I'm telling you, that as far as the losing money, so there's a discrepancy. So
So there's a discrepancy.
there's a discrepancy between how much we bring in and how much goes out to Republic. And it's usually losing
On our end.
on our end. So that's why it has to be raised. And also you want to raise, well, you know, instead of raising it every year, if we're stuck with Republic, you also want to include there's a percentage of about 3%, 3 to 5% that they increase it every year. And so you want to go ahead and include that so you don't have to come back every year raising the garbage rate. You want to do it one time so we don't get behind and losing more revenue because we didn't raise it enough. And that's if we're with Republic. Anything else, if we end up saving money with another bid, that money would be able to be spent in public works on picking up trash and things of that, street sweeping.
So
But that's if we save money.
if you don't mind, let me do another thing. So when I look at, garbage pickups, they went up $6.80, right? Can you break that out for me, the whole fee on the bill, what that entails? They went up $6.80, right, per can?
So what they go up is what's ever internal to them. That's not, we don't dictate that.
So is our fee a flat fee
Yes.
on the outside?
Per can, yes.
Not can, we're talking about debris, nothing boom.
The litter and street sweeping.
Oh, yes, that's all flat.
It's flat. What is that rate, if you don't mind?
You have to break down. So, and I just want to give history. So the last time it was raised by $8.70. So this per can, and this one is less than that raise.
Okay.
And this is again to raise it, including what they're raising it this year, and I believe plus something to make sure it will cover for their other raises that that we know are coming. So it's kind of anticipating that as well.
So for the trash collection, that's the knuckle booms that come in and pick up the trash. It's the amount of the budget divided by the number of customers that we have divided by the year. It's $6.90 that comes out of that $42. Street cleaning is $3.50. Litter control is $2.71.
And
Which
there's the
is
garbage.
strange, which is strange by,
Hold on one second. It's the garbage, and as the garbage rate from the company goes up, then the other collections attributed to the city goes down. So we kept that flat, we try to keep it flat in anticipation of them going up in their rates. So we don't have to come back every year and ask you to do the same, to raise it each and every year. But it'll go, so it's like paying your mortgage down. You know you're gonna have to collect principal and interest. So it's gonna go one way, just one flat rate, and then the more interest is gonna eventually fall where the rest is going to principal.
And I asked a question because I was concerned about construction figures. So one of the guys would get to a site and stay there 40, 50 minutes on this construction site. And I know we hadn't dealt with that yet.
We're not supposed to be picking up construction. We put that ordinance in, and they gotta get it done themselves. So that would need to be figured in there.
That's already actually in place for that. They already have to, they're responsible for their cleanup, but that was part of, enforcement.
If they get a permit, though, they gotta get proper verification they're gonna dump.
Now
they don't, it's not an ordinance that they have to get a dumpster. But they're informed when they purchase the permit that they're responsible for cleaning up their own debris.
And if they don't, even under the current ordinance, we can charge them and give them a citation for not picking it up. And that can be enforced currently as well. And we can make it part, in the future going forward, yes, we can make it part of their permit to have a dumpster. So.
Yeah, I think that works much better. We out of the picture then. Yeah. If they pay for it, we don't have anything embedded in it.
Also, we can get that.
That keeps Craig off the hook. I mean, he got enough to pick up now, not doing
Where it's
that.
on the front end, they can't receive the permit without, it'll still eventually be, what the clerk was saying, still enforcement, because even when on the front end, if, in order to get the permit, they have to do it, but if they violate, we still have to go check behind them and enforce, whether or not they have a permit or check to make sure they're not trying to get around the permit process altogether.
It's a matter of telling them up front, the clerk's telling them up front that they're gonna have to get a dumpster, and then it's up to us to follow behind them to make sure that they got it. And if they didn't,
Madam Clerk, so can we, make it to where they have to pay for get the dumpster first before receiving the permit? That way we can ensure that it's getting done. Make them purchase the permit on the front end. Make them purchase the dumpster on the front end, then have code enforcement to follow up to see if it's out there. And then we'll allow them to have a permit.
That worked good, but someone probably gonna wanna haul their own stuff away. I mean, they might have their own trucks and not wanna rent it from somebody.
You're right. I agree.
We couldn't take that option away from them. Yeah. We just got to follow up, send a code man by if they don't pick it up.
yeah, they'll back the dump truck right up to the house or wherever,
Yeah.
and just throw away.
Now, I've seen a few of them in my ride around town, they pick it up themselves, but not very many. The city's been doing it so long, Craig been so nice picking it up, they just abused their privilege and loaded him down where he can't move.
So which one do you need a motion for, Ms. Kathy?
The ordinance, the adoption of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Moving proper second for the ordinance to create a new rate for the municipal services. All in favor, use both sides of aye.
Aye.
I say that the motion is carried.
We did get sidetracked, didn't we? Let me look at my time. All right,
It's almost, we got 10 minutes before we go into the,
this executive session, I think, will be pretty quick.
but before we go into that, I want to go back to the dumpsters. Want to look at giving them, checking for both of those options if they get the dumpster or if they, do it themselves. But if we would send Craig's team out there, how would they check that? That's what we're trying to get the logistics for that. And we can come back with that. So make sure we have some type of answer.
Yeah.
We didn't resolve it, so that's what.
You could just have a code man check it after they finish the work.
our averages.
If they had moved it, then tap them.
We just keep our list of our
Permits.
that are purchased, and then we can follow those to the addresses.
There you go.
Okay,
Leave a paper trail. That's good.
thank you.
Can we put it on like a carbon copy to where if they get a copy, then Craig keep a copy and then you all keep a copy and you're off? Therefore, you got checks and balances.
So, just want to throw back out there again, I know I've said it probably several times. We do have an extra person that we're looking at in the code enforcement department. So this person's gonna be real busy. But that is one of the functions that this individual could be doing, is following up on that. One of the things that we talked about the other day was privilege license, going out and collecting our privilege license.
Legwork.
Yes. And then just riding around town, making sure that we have permits as well for everybody that's doing work out there. So we're gonna have 2 people in there though that can do this. And that should help a lot.
I was riding with Craig one day and, guys were putting a roof on the house. He stopped hollering, "Go in there and get that permit, cause I'm gonna come back and check you." They were leaving it on without a permit.
They do try to get away with it. Okay, are we ready to, make a motion to go in closed session?
That's me, so moved.
Move from second, we're going to close session, all in favor, use voting sign of aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion is carried.
All right, in executive session, the board had a few items. In a litigation, the board voted to settle some minor claims and also approve a bankruptcy by a company that is currently under a court order.
Can't get in. Lock the police out. This is the day.
Round two.
Did I give y'all? We gave you up there.
Everybody,
I did, thank you for asking.
Did you get one, Josh?
I did, thank you.
We'll get some. All right, this was the date, time, and place for the budget hearing. It was published in the newspaper. The only changes that I made from the last time to now was the increase on the insurance for each employee. Like I said, I had increased it to $560 per month. And I took out the public buildings, director of public buildings position. And the rest of the budget remained the same. Anybody have any questions or discussion?
I got a question about the JAG grant. So we don't have any more available funds for the JAG grant?
I have not received any.
When have we applied for that grant before?
We did. It's been some time ago. The last time is probably gonna be 5-6 years ago.
That's definitely a grant I wanna look into, especially for our law enforcement officers.
Yeah, it's for police.
Which one is this?
The JAG grant.
And it's about, overtime.
Yeah, I like to apply for it, especially, for our officers, we're already low in the numbers.
What does that grant do?
It's the Justice Assistance Grant through the Edward Byrne program at Department of Justice. And it can fund various things in the police department.
We definitely need to look into that grant as far as training, more equipment.
This grant was free.
Could you utilize that, Chief?
Yeah, I mean, anybody, good money.
Yeah, I like to look into that.
Yes,
for our
sir.
officers.
This is, I think you and I discussed this the other day and talked about sitting down with the chief and ascertaining what his priorities are so that we can ensure that we're applying for things that are going to be beneficial to this board and the chief's vision for how to move forward. So I have started the preliminary work on that as we discussed
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Thank you. I couldn't remember, my days are running together. But yes, so as soon as you're ready, then we can get with the chief and move that forward. But yes, sir, we are looking into it.
Okay, we'll get together too.
Of course, any grants, that the city obtains would be added and be a budget modification at the time. We just don't know about them up front. Fix that. Where is it? Page 3. The attorney just pointed out one adjustment that I need to fix. The appropriations, it's on page 3.
It's front to back, so it's 1, 2, 3.
It's the front of the second page.
Okay.
And then you're gonna go down close to the very bottom, and it's United Mentoring Program.
Yes.
That should only be 10,000.
10,000.
Of course, what would happen is I reduce that 10,000, and then I reduce the beginning balance by the 10,000 as well.
Who runs that program?
Milton Williams.
Is it good, Andy?
Yeah.
Good program?
Good program.
Who runs the Boys and Girls Club?
House at Georgia Young Elementary School.
Alex
teachers
Anderson.
there. And they have-
Alex Anderson.
We have school teachers there.
Alex.
You said health teacher.
Elementary teachers are there.
Mhm.
Teachers in the district.
I have a question. Ms. Meriwether talked to us about that program. Nothing's ever done, ever brought up or done anything about it.
Right, that was in animal control. That was a decision the board had to make on whether to upgrade the ordinance as far as animal control. Yeah.
Melvin, have you had an opportunity to review that documentation?
I've reviewed a lot of it, but I have not drawn up a new ordinance based upon that. Now, if the board wants me to, I can.
I think we'll look at it, look into it.
I would say look into it, but one concern that I have with it, if we're gonna neuter animals and put them back out into society, our population, this area is not like other big places like that. And this is not a budget particular question right now, but it concerns me, we put animals back out there and they have that mark on them, that sets us up for lawsuits. And so that's something that we need to be careful of.
So she wanted to bring the animal in,
Yes.
hold the animal, spay or neuter it,
Yes.
hold it till it got well, and then put it right back out on the street where it was. Well, one of the issues you run into
Yes.
is the animal starving. Does he have somebody taking care of it? What if the animal gets out and attacks somebody? Our liability is
Very high.
that.
So the question I have, how many animals can CARES hold? I mean, are we housing them or trying to?
They're full,
They're
but
full. Yeah, they're full.
I think it should be a conversation with her and CARES with those particulars, you know.
I
And
agree.
I'd like to put another conversation
And it is
with
germane.
CARES because I've talked with them as well.
And that's why this is also germane to the budget, because whenever you have to hold animals, there is a cost involved.
Yes.
So is that cost to us?
there's a cost to us if we're the ones holding it, and it becomes our cost if we're the ones paying for it to be neutered.
Yes.
So it does become a cost to us as well.
What happened with the program that Mississippi State was taking in the?
They do that at the CARES.
CARES does that.
So are they still
They pick them up
doing it?
there.
It is, but there's a price associated with that as
It is.
well.
It is.
And, like, cause even if I'm having surgery or something, that cataract surgery costs more than mine. So that- cataract.
Yeah, because they took a dog of mine, and, I had to pay them to take it. They didn't just take it.
I think it's something that those two individuals.
Yeah,
I think that we need to have a
Yeah,
conversation
very
with
much
those
so.
groups.
I think it'd be beneficial for the city and everything.
But they were saying all we needed to do was enforce the policy that we have. And, several people, I was trying to find the feedback that several people sent concerning the particular, Ms. Meriwether's, suggested action we take. And one of them was that all we needed to do was keep the program that we have and add one more thing to it, which would be the same thing. And it would do the same thing.
Well, what upset me was the fact that the city picks up the dog and takes it to the vet, and it stays there for I think a 2-week period, and then the funds run out, that's all they realize, and they put the dog to sleep. And that didn't sit well with me. And of course, I don't care if it stays full, it can't get down there, so we, like the mayor said, letting them meet together, but I don't like the thought of picking a dog and then putting them to sleep. That doesn't sit well with me. I know you gotta pay for it, and then money comes in, it's always money at the bottom line. But I think if we do well, like the mayor said, let them meet and see, put the heads together and see. Because I know there gotta be a solution, but I don't pick a dog and then have them put to sleep. I paid for a couple down there for weeks and months before they got adopted. But it was better than that. I like seeing them now, they're not dead. There you go.
So we were talking about taking dogs, putting them on the spay neuter, whatever you call it, and then putting them on the street. For
Yes.
They may eat or they may not eat.
I mean, I think just let them both lead and have that.
Yeah, that'd be much, yeah. We're gonna have a million questions that we can't answer. We don't have any availability with answers.
Do we have in the budget for a ground control vehicle with the kennels in the back?
Yes.
It's-
It's in
Any other questions? All right, budget cannot be adopted until next Monday, so we'll have to get back together next Monday to adopt the budget and to approve the appropriation resolution, which is just a resolution that spells out each of these appropriations and how much money we're giving them. It wouldn't take very long to do, a matter of a couple of minutes. Just need to at least have 3 people here. Even one of them can be by phone if that's necessary.
You want 12 or 4?
I say let's do 12 and let's be done with it.
I got a problem with 12. I see your smiling face.
And just remember, September 15th, it is mandatory that it's passed next Monday. That is not, it's law. That's law.
So we got that 3 of them here. I'll be here, ma'am,
I'll be here.
or check the obituary if I'm not here.
Oh, gosh, don't say that.
Well, I'm just telling, that's the only reason I would.
Alright. If there is no other business at this time, then I just need a motion to recess until next Monday at noon.
So moved, so moved.
Second, second to recess, September 15th at noon. All in favor, use the stand by.
Ah.
What?
So can you send me something with a text? This email is saying
I'll be watching you on the mail. I can't get it easy because sometimes you pay on back.
So you only made, because I know a lot of people came to their different requests, you only made a couple minor changes from the first one, which I do have. I just wanted to make sure that I understood it. And of course, I'll go back and look at the, the draft. And I would, what you said. Because I knew a lot of people came